Keefe has shared his thoughts on Mike Tyson's loyalty to both Tupac and the Notorious B.I.G. despite the two rappers being embroiled in a high-profile beef in the 90s. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue shared on Tuesday, October 24, the veteran gang member, who was recently arrested for his alleged involvement in Tupac's murder, discussed Iron Mike's place in the infamous East Coast-West Coast ordeal that changed the course of hip-hop forever. "I met Tyson a couple of times," he said. "Him and Biggie from the same fucking turf, you know what I'm sayin', and Jigga and them, Brooklyn. I thought he would side with his homeboy before he would side with Tupac." He did, however, also point out the nuance of Pac's identity in the context of the regional clash, saying, "I forgot, Tupac was from New York, Baltimore, Oakland, L.A., Compton, he's from 5 different spots, man, damn." Last week, Tupac's murder trial hit yet another delay as Keefe, real name Dwayne Davis, was granted continuance in the case again, this time for 2 weeks. He is expected to plead not guilty for the murder of the legendary rapper and actor. As of now, he is scheduled to be arraigned on November 2nd. The Tupac murder trial has had its fair share of issues, especially after nearly 30 years of no movement in the case, but one of the biggest obstacles may be Suge Knight's refusal to testify about what he saw on the night of 1996 killing. TMZ spoke with the Death Row Records co-founder over the phone earlier in early October to get his thoughts on the recent developments in Pac's long-running homicide investigation. Keefe has been charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon with the intent to promote, further or assist a criminal gang, marking the first time charges have been made in the case. "Well, surprise, number one," Suge said while reacting to the news. "Because I don't think Keefe would ever get arrested, nor do I want to see him get arrested. Let's get one thing straight, first and foremost, me and Keefe played on the same Pop Warner football team. And whatever circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have an involvement with anything, I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy." Knight, who is currently behind bars serving a 28-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter, also claimed that Keefe's nephew, Orlando Anderson, was not the shooter, contrary to popular belief. "There were only 2 people in the car, Pac's not gonna tell the story, I ain't gonna tell the story," said the former record executive, who was sat next to Tupac and also wounded during the fatal drive-by shooting. "But I can tell you this, I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because he wasn't the shooter. It wasn't Anderson, so that's all I got to say about that."